I've been waiting for this for months. Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 4, Episode 1. Here's the review and the recap. My opinions, all up in there. It's better be good. The intro alone had me buzzing. I see that they've recruited a lot of pretty girls for this season. They definitely stepped their game up with the prettiness. Yandy Smith's story is up first. Her man Mendices Harris is in jail for allegedly conspiring to move over $2.5 million worth of cocaine and heroin. The controversial nature of his absence has prompted Yandy to lie to her 7-year-old son and tell him that his father is in the army, which I don't see how that could be much better than being in jail for drug conspiracies. Anyway, after a little beating around the bush, Mendices Jr. lets her know that he knew already about his father being in jail, and that he found out because one day he was faking like he was asleep and overheard his parents discussing the issue. Either that or he watches the show. Anyway, he kept this information to himself for months, allegedly. She assures him that his dad will be home someday. She just doesn't let him know that he'll be 30 or so when he gets out, if he is convicted and receives his mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years. Next up is a new cast member named Tara. She is the live-in girlfriend of Peter Gunz, as well as the mother of his child. She moved to New York City from Mississippi, MISSISSIPPI, to pursue her career in acting. Peter Gunz, aka Peter Panky, and Tara have been together for 13 years. I'm learning all kinds of new things about Peter Gunz tonight. He can play the acoustic guitar pretty well, for example. And he comes out on the show and introduces himself as being an artist that's been in the music business for 15 strong years. And he also mentions his Grammy nomination won for that hit song Deja Vu, Uptown Baby by Lord Tariq and Peter Gunz. Remember, he said Grammy nominated, not Grammy winning, so don't watch the show looking for a dusty 15-year-old Grammy anywhere. No dusty Grammys yet, but Jesus, Peter Gunz's feet are so dirty, he looks like Tarzan. He will now officially be known as Tarzan Gunz, and I cannot help myself but to think, man, Filthy Feet should have let Rich Dollars sign Erica Mena to that contract so he could afford a Swiffer. I know what to get him as a housewarming gift when he cops a house after he gets his show money. Anyway, Peter and his woman are waiting on a babysitter. No word on whether or not that babysitter's L'Oreal. They have to go to a music showcase with Peter's artist Amina Butterfly. In the meantime, Peter is teasing Tara about her being a groupie in his hit music video for Deja Vu. This was, of course, a joke. They actually met in a music store 13 years ago. He left his phone number for her, and they started hanging out, and now they're together. And the groupie story is much more exciting, in my opinion. Anyway, in the next scene, Rich, Yandy, Peter, Tara, and Amina are at the Mix Fusion Lounge in Soho, New York City. New York City! The talent showcase is being hosted by Rich Dollars and Yandy Smith. They invited industry executives to review the new talent that they have, as well as announce that they are starting a new record label. Peter Gunz's artist and mistress Amina Butterfly will be performing for us tonight. And if she is good, they will be signing her to a contract with the new label as soon as possible. Yandy has been in the industry for a long time, and she's ready to start this label with her wealth of knowledge, experience, and connections. So we'll see how things turn out. I'm pretty sure it'll turn out pretty good. Amina Butterfly hits the stage. She's up there playing her rolling keyboard. And I noticed that she definitely has the industry look. She's slim and pretty with a nice smile. And she even has the industry sound to go with it. That's great. She has a nice, soft, and sultry voice. She has a lounge music style about her. It's very soothing, and her sound and her look will appeal to most everyone with a pulse. She explains that she's performing for someone special tonight. And in the song that she's singing, she says something to the effect of what I got myself into this time. And I said to myself, yeah, that's a subliminal message to Peter Guns, seeing that he already has a woman. Anyway, Yandy was touched by her performance, and Tara loves her music as well. Rich Dollars is feeling it, so it looks like a deal is about to be made. Peter and Amita sit down to discuss business. They are obviously messing around on the side. I mean, the flirting is ridiculous. It's just downright blatant. And he lets her know that they are going to link up the next day, and we already know that it's for much more than just mere business. In the next scene, we go to catch up with Joe Budden, 1/4 of the Slaughterhouse Machine. Joe Budden and Tahiri are back together, to no one's surprise. We all expected this. Now, the two are lounging on the bed having pillow talk, something that a guy like Joe Budden is very accustomed to. And they are having discussions about STDs. Joe was recently tested, however, he didn't receive his test results just yet. And she wants to make sure that after 4 years of him wrestling bears, she, wants to make sure that he's clean of dirt and debris. I mean, this guy gets around, he's always with a new chick. Tahiri states that she wants commitment, while Joe is thinking more practical and is just looking for fun. She feels that now that he is older and more financially stable, I'm not saying she's a gold digger, he may commit to her. And if he's matured, in my opinion, he won't dare commit to her, because I don't think she's the one. I'm sorry to break the news to the world, but why get divorced later? Now, here is what I've been waiting for. In the next scene, they bring out one of my favorite Latinas in the whole wide world, Erica Mena. Erica is at a women's store buying lingerie for her new book. I'm getting that book. Rich Dallas, who is now in the friend zone, slithers into the establishment looking like he just came from the desert, because he's so thirsty he's coughing up sand. He must have a sore throat. He still wanted to play with my pretty little Erica, but it may be too late. Rich drove Erica so crazy that now she's gay or bi or something. Anyway, she's loving her little, quote, bisexual lifestyle until she meets me. And she's having the fish and decided to skip the kielbasa. In addition to not liking hot dogs anymore, we find out that Erica is still mad at Peter Guns. Pew! Because last season, Peter told Rich to not sign Erica and that he needs to leave her crazy ass alone. And now I insert my shameless plug. I have the perfect track for you, Erica. It's produced by me, and I'm going to rhyme on the last verse. It could be a really big record, so send me a message. Holler at me, Erica Mena. Anyway, in the next scene, Amina is at Platinum Studios in Midtown, New York City, with Peter Guns. And this Blackfoot Indian motherfucker can play the drums too. If he spent as much time washing his feet as he does playing instruments. Anyway, come to find out, Amina was a part of a girls band named Black Butterfly. I remember them. They did a song with Fabulous. Anyway, she sang with her two sisters from Germany, and the trio has since disbanded, and her sisters moved back to Germany and became mothers. Amina is now focusing on her solo career. Peter and Amina have been together for about a year now. She loves working with him. However, she finds it hard to stay focused on her music with her, quote, manager being there. Now, this bold statement left viewers searching the internet for information on who her manager was. Viewers shut down the internet and destroyed servers. They kept searching for her manager because she said, and everybody was like, nah, she can't be talking about Peter. And I am just kidding, so don't slap me, Peter. I was totally kidding. Anyway, he fell in love with Amina. Now his heart is torn between his two women. Peter loves to make music with Amina, and he feels that Tara is his soulmate. After commercial break, we're at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. An airplane has landed, and it's, of all people, K. Michelle. And the K stands for crazy with a K. She's the psychopath from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Michelle was going on the road for a year to promote her new album. She meets up with her friend named Paris. And no, not Paris Hilton, but this girl is as big as the Paris Hilton. And if you think that Michelle is a negative black female stereotype, you haven't seen anything yet. Imagine trashy K Michelle if she weighed 200 extra pounds. K Michelle wants to have some fun with a new man and get her woo-ha straight. Got you all in check. Woo-ha, as she calls it. Which just basically means that she wants the Amanda Bynes special. She wants somebody to murder her. Paris said she needs to get her a quote G'd up nigga and she'll be good to go. Poetry from a helpless hood rat. How more blatantly disgusting could a fat black stereotypical woman be? I bet she masturbates with a fried chicken leg. Negative stereotype, fat, black bitch. Anyway, K Michelle is possibly going to get with a white man, possibly even an Italian. And to no one's surprise, these ratchet rats are so dumb that they don't know that Italians are Caucasians. I wonder if K Michelle is going to stop being Madam if she gets with a snowman. Let's see if this idiot switches her style up for the Caucasian. Anyway, now we're at the park in Astoria Heights playground in Queens, New York with Tara. She's there with her son, I think, riding his bike. Anyway, Peter didn't come home last night. He didn't show up to take his son to school or pick him up from school either. She says that she probably called his phone 10 times and got no response at all. Peter was in the studio with Amina and he knows that he f***ed up. He claims that he didn't have his phone charger and his phone was off, but Tara isn't buying it. He says that he saw her missed call and Tara said, "Stop the music, Negro. If your phone is off, there won't be a missed call or message to see." Haha. Tara then shows Peter a picture that was sent to her from her sister, and it's an Instagram photo of Amina Butterfly laying on Peter's chest. Peter starts playing it off like it wasn't all like that. You know, he started acting like somebody who owes you money. He started acting real dumb. He claims that he's just managing her. Tara says that when she was pregnant, Peter had a child with some other woman anyway. So, you know, it wouldn't be the first time he cheated on her, I guess. Or maybe they were broken up at the time. They didn't really get too deep into that conversation. Anyway, and to that whole him getting another female pregnant while being in a relationship with her, what I have to say that to that is, seems like you black chicks will just never learn. But thanks for the easy breezy. Cold-blooded. After a commercial break and a pissing break, Yandy is laying on her bed in her apartment in the Bronx, New York without me. Anyway, she receives a phone call from Mendices. It's been 5 whole months that this criminal case stuff has been going on and she needs to talk with him. Yandy tells Mendices about her son overhearing about the conversation about him being locked up. Mendices is startled to know that his son knew about him being in a gay man's paradise, jail. And he hates to have to lie to him. I mean, I think that this is the perfect opportunity to use yourself as an example to not follow, but to each their own. Yandy expresses to Mendices that she wishes that he show her more attention and not just focus on this stressful situation. And to that I say, Yandy, you need to tell Mendices about us. Just kidding. But you seriously don't have to wait around 20 years for this guy. I'm just saying. Unless you had something to do with the drug thing and you feel kind of guilty. Just saying. You know, you wouldn't be the only alleged female drug mule or drug conspirator on this show. Just saying. In the next scene, Peter and Amina are at Amina's apartment at the Upper West Side of New York City. Man, I'm gonna have to give me some salsa and chips. Seeing New York City over and over again is triggering a craving for. Anyway, I'm gonna get the black bean salsa, one with the corns and the black beans. Yeah, just like Fabulous old lady likes it like that too. Did I really just Call her no. Whatever happened to her anyway? Why isn't she on this season? She was wasn't it Emily? Yeah, Emily was cool. I don't understand. Anyway, these two messy characters, Amina and Peter, are in bed. And Amina wants Peter to stay, but he has family duties to attend to. He lets her know that he needs to go be with his family right now and assures her that he loves her. Aww. That's right, Peter. Stay on good terms with your other woman before the claws come out and she makes you pay child support on this new television money that you're earning. Anyway, after another commercial break, we pay a visit to the Charter House in Weehawken, New Jersey. Joe Budden and Tahiri are having dinner and probably a cigarette too, knowing Joey. Back in the day, money was a little short. Therefore, Joe Budden was broke buttons, and now he wants to make up for it. He's whining and dining booty model Tahiri. And he has great news. His STD results came back clean. And after he feeds her lips, he's gonna feed her lips. Nah, I mean, they have been on and off for the past 9 years, and this hiatus is gonna lead to some high anus. Budden is focusing on the booty. Booty bullseye. He is gonna toss some darts in the hole from which she farts. Get her, Buttons, with your giraffe looking at. I'm gonna start calling Joe Buttons Jeffrey, because he's a Toys R Us kid. In our next scene, we're at Yandy's apartment in the Bronx, New York, and no, I am not there once again for whatever reason. But Tara's visiting. Yandy states that work is good and that the baby is great, but she is distraught over Mendici's sentence. This is one of those boring sister-girlfriend black chicks talking about their baby's daddy being in jail type scenes, the type of stuff that VH1 loves to put out there. Sorry, Yandy, I worded it like that. And no, I'm not hating on Mendici's either. I mean, he has good taste of women, obviously. I mean, if things don't work out with Mendici's, Yandy, I mean, no, I'm just totally kidding. I'm so not. No, I'm just kidding. After a commercial break, Amina is singing for Rich and Peter at Village Underground in West Village, New York City. New York City. We learned that Amina was going through some things with her and this is why they tell racist jokes about our lips. Let me try this again. After a commercial break, Amina is singing for Rich and Peter at Village Underground in West Village, New York City. New York City, because I gotta throw that joke in there. We learned that Amina was going through some things with her former boyfriend, and Peter has some issues going on at his home as well. I actually got through with it. Anyway, and that's how they ended up together. Peter doesn't want to ruin his home situation. He wants to have his devil's food cake and eat it and beat it too. Filthy feet, you get around like Joe Budden. You get around like Deja Vu. Deja Vu. Deja Vu. Uptown, baby. Peter can't even pay attention to his job of managing Amina, the singer, because he is so concerned with their love affair. So Peter gets up to go to take a piss or a or something. Anyway, he gets up to go to the powder room, hopefully to wash them dirty ass feet. Nah, I'm gonna stop ragging on your feet, Peter. That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. All right. So Peter was hopefully going to wash them feet in the bathroom, right? But I got a solution. On Christmas, I got you, son. Finger Hut will be making an express delivery. Seriously. A Swiffer and some slippers will be at your doorstep for Christmas. No shit. Holler at me. I got you. During Peter's absence, Rich expresses his concerns about Peter's seemingly inappropriate relationship with Amina. He pretty much let her know that he doesn't want their rendezvous interfering with his cheddar. It's all about that cheddar cheese. I don't blame him. Get that bread, thirsty Rich. You know you need some water. Well, you over there all dry mouth looking at Erica Mena. Anyway, he also mentions to her that the mother of Peter's children and the kids are in town. Amina feels that Rich needs to mind his own dang business and stay out of it and lets him in on some very interesting information. Not only is Amina legally married to Peter behind Tara's back, she even has Mrs. Panky tattooed on her body. Oh no. Now we have to wait until next week to find out more about this hanky panky. Anyway, this episode was pretty good. I give it a 7 out of 7.5. At least it was better than the Atlanta version. The show can really do without K. Michelle and all of this bad acting on top of that. It's like K. Michelle and then the bad acting. I mean, come on. Amina is bad as f***. She's almost as hot as Erica Mena. Anyway, this storyline between Peter, Amina, and Tara is straight up bullshit. It's faker than K. Michelle's red hair. Anyway, what do you think about my review, recap, and opinions? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be reviewing Love and Hip Hop New York Season 4 for the rest of the season, as well as Black Ink Crew, aka Black Stink, the soap opera without the soap, Season 2, Chrissy and Mr. Jones, Season 2, and Dancing with the Stars Season 17, and so much more. So subscribe now, you won't want to miss the fun. The TLC movie review will be posted shortly. Yeah, so subscribe.